We are meeting while the whole country is still in lockdown. How are you finding yourself in this situation?
I think it's the same like everyone else. It's tiring, exhausting, kind of depressing as well. But I think we need to stay positive and get through this because we have to unite together. It could be, if we don't do it properly, it could be the consequences could be even worse than what we see now. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to stay positive and keep myself doing things every day. Not just sitting and watching DVDs after DVD or movies. You need to do other things. So I'm lucky enough that I've got the art. So I'm quite happy with that.
Knowing that you're an artist who is very much engaged politically, that you talk about human rights and the political situation in Chile, that you support Amnesty International. I was quite surprised to find out that now you have a new creation, Coco.
Well, it's a funny one. I think all my followers on Zander artwork have been surprised as well. But I decided to do a kids show for art because a lot of parents asked me that the children had no education at this time. They were stuck in a house. Is there anything that I could do for them regarding art? Because they saw me as a good artist and a good teacher. My fiance, Basha Gowden, she wanted me to do it a bit of a character in there. So we have a teddy that was called Coco, which is the first teddy that I actually brought to her when we started dating properly. It was a Valentine's present I gave her. And Coco's become a big thing for us in our personal life. So we brought him to life, and I kind of used him as a kind of tool for children to see good visuals that they would like to see and make them happy, have a bit of a laugh. And I was educated as a youngster through things like Art Attack and children's programs. And I was always fascinated by puppets and things like that. And to get the two together and also make it funny and a bit crazy, but also some good art lessons. And it's shot through the roof now. So we have viewers in France, Germany, Spain, Poland, everywhere.
What can children learn from your online art classes?
Yeah, they can learn a lot of things. They can learn craft. So, for example, they can learn how we did a three-dimensional fish, for example, in paper. So it's not just painting, but we also learn how the use of acrylic colors, the use of watercolors, how to draw items. So, for example, we drew in one of the shows Pikachu, which is an animation that the children love around the world. So we did that for them, and Pikachu looked fantastic around the world for all the kids. And we also do craft, as I said, and anything that's exciting for them, some pop-up art as well. So they learn a lot of different medias for sure, and they're learning new techniques, and then they can identify which one they prefer. So maybe it's realism, or maybe it's cartoon animation, or maybe it's arts and crafts, which are completely different concepts. But I'm covering them all for them, and each show is different, completely different.
Do you think that Coco can stay with us for longer? Is it going to be something more permanent, or is it just for the time of the lockdown?
It's a funny one. Parents have asked me to continue the show. They do want to see it into a professional show, which is lovely to hear. Great comments. Some parents have said about a petition, etc. And I'm just going to let it go how they want to do it. I think with that festival, it has to be positive, obviously. I think through this time we're experiencing now is very sad and upsetting for lots of people. But we need to stay positive. It's a kind of chapter that I feel I would like to forget, but never forget it that it happened in our generation. But it's a chapter that we need to move forward on, and we need to bring some positives on it. So the positives that we can bring from this is that things have developed in parts of the world, like China There is a mountain that appeared for the first time that was never there before. The ocean, the Vienna's rivers had dolphins in it. It's little things like we have neglected nature and many things for many, many years, that hopefully we can learn from this and make the world completely different and more positive and fair for everybody. So I think that's the real message that will come from this. We have to take a positive from this. We can't all be negative because it's all going to be doom and gloom. We need to stay that once we're out of this, we can change lots of things. And the younger generation, which will be at the festival, can definitely change the world in the perspective of it.
Your family background is from Chile. Do you consider yourself a culturally diverse artist?
I think I do. For example, with the experience and history of Chile and what happened to my family, you learn a lot about that culture, South America. And you learn because when I was younger, I traveled a lot in the world, so I saw lots of other countries, which I advise many youngsters to do. And by doing that, you see art and you see beautiful techniques and you learn about them. It's not just the Van Goghs and the Salvador Dali's. You learn about other artists and new techniques and styles here, and you can try to implement them how you want to do it within your art.
And my last question, what makes you happy?
That's a tough question. Personally, what makes me happy would be the terrific support that I have from my family in all the shows that I've done. The terrific support I've got from friends, the terrific support I've had from my fiancée Basha, the terrific support I have from fans. Just everything, every little things make me happy in life. You know, just like coffee in the morning makes me happy. And also the beautiful world that we live in. I think we need to look at it a lot more because there's so many beautiful countries and scenery that you can all see. So we can't let that slip by. And that makes me happy. Another thing that really makes me happy is when I see positivity in other countries, whether it's Chile or Poland, or that have maybe a problem within the government or something like that, and somebody stands up and people stand up because they will have their voice and try to change it and make it fair and better for everyone else. So that makes me happy as well.